Now, 2 weeks in, things are hotting up on the ice, but for Rachel Stevens, pressures, I don't want to say the pressure's on me, it feels terrible. The injury has kept her in training away from the live shows. Take a look at this.
So unfortunately, I've had a little accident where I've hurt my wrist, so me and Brendyn are not allowed to go on the ice for now. Obviously, I was absolutely gutted, I was so upset. We're just making the best of it, so we're training here in a dance studio.
There's nothing that really simulates skating unless you are skating.
We will be back, we are working really hard to get back on and cannot wait.
Rachel Stevens and her partner Brendyn join us now ahead of their performance on Sunday. It's going to be a big night. I mean, at the moment, you've just been a spectator so far. How's it been for you?
We have.
Enjoyed the show?
It's been eventful, isn't it? For sure. I've, it's been. We've been doing a lot of training off ice in the lead up to the show, and then on Monday we were back on the ice, weren't we? So yeah, it's been eventful.
It's been good,
made
though.
It a really easy ride for you so far.
Yeah, it's been smooth.
Yeah.
No, but it was good. We did a lot of like training off the ice, and that kind of translated as best it could back when we got to the ice.
Yeah.
Rachel, what's it like sat there watching the show go out and you're not skating? It must be so frustrating.
I was so nervous, and I was like, what is going on? I'm not even skating. The frustration was just in the not being able to get on the ice. And we've had 6 weeks more away from it. So getting back on Monday and having to sort of learn the routine has just been quite a lot of...
Because the hard thing, I mean, we needed time just to get her feet back on the ice and just learn how to skate again. And then on top of that, put this program together while she's still learning to kind of skate again.
Yeah.
And, we had moments that were tough, but we would just communicate and then hit it hard again. Yeah.
And Brendyn, is it really that sort of thing where you literally, if you're off the ice for a little period of time, you literally lose it? Is that what happens?
100%. Even just me being away from the ice, because we were just exclusively doing off ice, I had to take 5 minutes to myself and just kind of get my legs back under me. Yeah, so just being away from the ice, it does change, how you feel.
Yeah.
Have you skated before, ever, when you were a kid?
Only at Christmas with the kids.
Yeah, right.
A little bit when I was younger, but now I'm a total novice.
How does it compare, because you're a good dancer, how does it compare to dancing? Like, is there any similarities when you first start in terms of the steps or the training or any of that?
I think it's having that body awareness, but I'm not a trained dancer, so it's, obviously I did Strictly, so it's a very similar...
You were amazing on that, by the way.
You
was incredible on Strictly.
Thank you. So very, similar structure of a show, but yeah, when you add the ice into the mix, it's like a whole...
Really?
Different, oh my God, yeah.
So not only are you thinking about the dance routine and thinking, I've got to get this right, you're also thinking, I just don't want to fall over.
Yeah, exactly, and it's finding that balance of going for it, pushing yourself enough, but sort of being aware to be safe, and it's like such a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah, and then after having an injury like that, now there's a new thing in the back of your mind while you're skating, to be good at skating, you have to fall, to get up and learn from that. Yeah. And now after having, just a little setback, it's getting over that mentally, because physically we're in a good spot now.
Yeah.
But getting over that mentally is the big challenge.
Well, your job is kind of half sports psychology as well in many ways, isn't it?
I'd say 95%.
Therapy.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
But when you get a partner, so when you got Rachel, can you tell quite quickly whether someone is going to be able to capture and master the fundamentals of it before you even take them to the next stage?
Yes, yeah, and I think with Rachel, as soon as we met, I knew that she just had this, just a focus and a determination, and she carries herself so elegantly.
The poise, look at the Stevens poise, come on.
Yeah. So, that's a big thing with skating, is trying to stay down in the knees and, lower your shoulders, but she just has that naturally. So that was, thanks for making my job easier that way. And then just building up, the confidence with the basics of skating, and then that builds to the elements of skating. And
so what are the stages like when you're training them? What stages do you go through? What's when you get out of first base, what's the second stage?
Basically, so we'll start with just steps. Even off the ice, the very first time, it's how do you fall? How do you get up? And then it's in hold, we'll be stroking. And then little by little, then you do things on your own. And then throw her up in the air and spin her around.
See if I can catch it.
Is it beautiful to do it, Rachel?
Oh, it really is. I'm loving it. And it is when you get that moment and it's like, that's what it's meant to feel like. it feels so amazing. And they just make it, these pros, they make it look so effortless and so easy. I'm like, oh, I can do that. And then I go to do it and I'm like, my brain is telling me to do something, my body has a totally different idea. It's such a balance.
Show to do, probably, to get, to do well and get right, I'd say.
Because you can't, it's not one of those shows with strictly, you can kind of blag it, well, I blagged it. You can kind of blag it with this, you can't. You have to know how to skate.
You have to know the skill,
and it's about being safe. How's the wrist? Is it all good?
It's really, it's healed really well, thank goodness,
Was it just like consecutive, you kept falling on it? Like, a few falls?
I had a couple, it wasn't even with Brendyn actually, it was with a coach at the beginning of December. I had a couple of falls, and every time I fell on this wrist. And then the last time I was like,
That's
okay,
enough.
I've done something.
At least it wasn't on Brendyn's watch.
Exactly, right?
I didn't drop out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't my fault.
Your own. Yeah.
So who are you watching and thinking, they're really good? Because I saw Regan and I couldn't believe how good he was.
Beautiful, yeah.
Who are you rooting for? Who are you thinking? Who's your biggest
That was what was lovely actually about watching the show, was just seeing everyone, because we've all been so separate. So it was lovely to see everyone skate and support
Regan's
everyone.
a beautiful
Regan
dancer,
is so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
What's his background? Does he dance before?
Contemporary?
And ballet, I think he's trained ballet.
But he's such a nice person, and Karina, his professional partner, has done such a great job with him.
But really, everyone's looked so amazing. Like,
Even Bez is doing well, isn't he?
You got Bez?
Bez is doing good.
Love Bez.
We had a sneak peek of his next week's performance just yesterday. So
Is he going to have a crash helmet on?
I don't think he's taken that baby off. I think
he doesn't need it.
I think he sleeps in that now. But
It's
no,
a lot
it's
of fun.
brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, we're so excited to see you, aren't we?
Yeah.
Are you going to come down again?
Well, I came that one time to support Ria, and I was absolutely loving it. But I was like, it's a little bit chilly in there, babes.
It is a little bit.
I needed a couple of blankets.
the thermals.
Yeah, I might come back down.
Well, if you take the ice, I'm sure you won't be too cold. I mean, you'll probably be.
There we go.
You know what? That's one show I would never do. Would you do that?
No.
That's so nice.
What are you dancing to this weekend?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
Lady
What's it
Marmalade.
like?
Oh, it's so fun. Isn't
Oh,
it?
it's going to be a
fun,
really fun number.
Yeah.
So it's quite pacey as well. It's quite quick.
It is quite quick. Yeah. Throwing me around.
It's nice because it's smooth, so we get to we have some body rolls in there. And,
Soulful, yeah.
But it's a lot of fun to skate to, and the Patti LaBelle version that we've got is so much fun.
I bet you don't want this to end.
How's the clobber going? What's going on next in 2022?
Oh, yeah. I'm working on a really exciting fashion thing. So, yeah, that's really exciting. But right now, it's just pure focus on not falling over.
Brendyn's thinking, oh man, I want to get some tops out of it.
Oh, he will. Don't you worry. And so will you.
Yeah, excellent.
Sorted.
Brendyn, you think you got a winner?
100%. Yeah.
Really? I can't wait to see it.
Obviously, my goal with Rachel and whoever I'm partnered with, I always just want them to just have a great experience and enjoy it.
For sure.
But obviously, with her, we can train to win.
We can do our best.
All right,
Looking forward to it.
Thanks for joining us. Loose Winner next.